My name is Maggie McDaniel. I work at the Plainfield Library, a branch of KDL, and it's time for my book recommendation for the month. This month I want to tell you about a book I read last summer and that I'm still thinking about. It's called All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Now let me warn you ahead of time, this book has been on the New York Times bestseller list for many months, and so you might have to place a hold on it, but it's well worth the wait. The book takes place mainly during World War II in France, and it's about the intertwined lives of two young people. The first one is Marie-Laure. She's a young girl who lives in Paris with her father. When she was 6 years old, Marie became blind due to cataracts. They were inoperable. Her father was the key master for the Paris Museum of Natural History. It was his job to make keys for all the exhibits and then to keep them and disperse them among the professors and the visitors and the people who curated the exhibit. He also likes to work with wood. And when Marie became blind, he made a model of their neighborhood, a 3D model which she kept in her bedroom, and she was able to feel the buildings and the streets and the curbs in the model, and therefore feel her way around her neighborhood and then also around the museum. For fun, her father liked to make her these really intricate puzzle boxes, and it was a challenge for her to work the puzzle and open the boxes. When the Nazis invaded Paris, Marie and her father escaped to the Normandy coast, where his uncle had a tall, spooky, wind-driven and very cool house with many floors and a really creepy attic. And that's where they stayed during the Nazi occupation of France. Unknown to Marie, her father had probably had a priceless diamond. This was a blue diamond that came with a curse. The diamond was one of the exhibits in the museum, and they wanted to hide it from the Nazis, who of course were going around Europe and stealing all the valuables and the precious artwork. And her father had either the diamond or one of 3 decoys. Nobody knew which. But the fact that he had it meant that there was a Nazi gem expert who was hot on their trail. While Marie is living with her great uncle, she goes up in the attic and feeling her way around, she discovers something, an old radio transmitter and a secret antenna. The other young person in the book is Werner Pfennig, who is a young orphan growing up in a mining town in Germany. He discovers a radio and is able to fix it, and they soon learn that he has a real affinity for fixing radios. Because of this ability, he is sent to a Nazi youth school. He joins the Nazi party. He ends up in the Nazi army, and his job is to track down illegal radio transmissions. And that's how he ends up in Marie's town. The Allies are about to land on the Normandy beaches, and there is a mysterious radio transmission coming from somewhere in that town. He has to find out where. And that's his job, and that's how the two young people, their lives intertwine. This is a really intricately put together book. The author goes back and forth. The suspense is incredible, and figuring out how it's going to end out and unraveling all the little mysterious parts is almost like working one of Marie's father's puzzles. I'd heartily recommend this book. If you need to put it on hold, it's well worth the wait. It's called All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr.